So, in the meantime, good morning, good morning. It is Friday, April the 5th, 2019. You're listening to RadioFreeRadford.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Radio Free Radford and on Instagram and Twitter at Radio Free Raddy. We want to remind you, before we get to the weather, Radio Free Radford will be live on location on Cold Stone Creamery, which is right across the street here, right next to 7-Eleven and Subway. We're going to be doing a live show there, so we're very excited to have that on Tyler Avenue in Radford. More details will be coming soon, so tune in to all of our amazing shows here on RadioFreeRadford.com. Something we're going to be doing a little bit different, so you'll be come by and say hello to all your friendly faces you see here on RadioFreeRadford.com. I'll be there, and so will Tristan, and many of our great shows, and host, Jesse Taylor, who's our vice president, and so we'll have many familiar faces there. Come by, say hello, get a picture with us, and tag us on Instagram at Radio Free Radford and Twitter and on Facebook, and who knows, your picture might appear on the social wall here for Highlander Student Media. So again, that is from April the 12th. That is next Friday from 6 to 8. We'll be going live on location at Cold Stone Creamery Ice Cream, and right across the street from us. Hopefully by then the weather will be nice enough for ice cream, and of course we're warming up, as you know. And alrighty, speaking of the weather, getting things going here on this dreary Friday. It's very like a depressing scene outside almost, but hey, we haven't had a rain. We've proud to say we've had 4 consecutive dry weekends in a row. I think that deserves a round of applause. Just because we've been dry for 4 weekends. But today, though, we do see our temperatures staying in the mid-50s, so a chilly rain pretty much all day today. Getting that one about 47. After the later afternoon hour, we'll see this rain start to come up to a close. About 1/4 to 1/2 inch is expected, so be on the lookout for some ponding of water out there around campus. Of course, the rest of the weekend, tomorrow we may be okay. We might salvage some sunshine possible. It's going to be cloudy in the 70s, so not too bad out there. But we do bring back this wet pattern starting for Sunday through Tuesday. Maybe some scattered thunderstorms. Here we are in April talking thunderstorms and spring-like thunderstorms already. So there's a plus side to that. And hey, summer will be here within a blink of an eye. We'll be talking about some of those severe storms, but we won't be here. Obviously, we'll be home enjoying our time off. Or in this case, I'll be working nonstop and I've got a work with my weather business back home, so I'll be dealing with them a little bit more and doing some internships as well. So I won't call myself staying home and relaxing, but I mean at the same time it is. And so anyway, I enjoy what I do, and there's not a day I go out without complaining about it. So of course, if you run around here on campus, I may look very tired, but that does not mean I am kind of like I really hate what I'm doing. I'm just a little tired, but I'm still rolling and I'm still going along with you. So anyway, trying to keep things positive here on this Friday, keep you uplifted here. We want to remind you there's been several emails. You've been getting those in your student email last several days about the halfway mark. That is basically for our sophomores who will be juniors next year. The halfway celebration is inviting you. The halfway there celebration on Monday from 4 to 6. Unfortunately, there's scattered thunderstorms likely, but we'll see what happens from that time frame. It's going to be in front of where is it at? The front of McConnell Library, which is just right here behind us in Tyler. And so at 4 p.m. you can participate. Sophomores will be giving away free T-shirts and the Golden Challenge coins. After a brief welcoming remarks, the sophomore class will parade to the fountain and toss their coins in the fountain, symbolizing they have crossed the halfway mark here at the university. The class of 2021 will then march to the Bonnie Plaza for a DJ show of sophomore request, music, games, and free pizza. And of course, to cap off the second annual, this last year was first year, so the second year, President Henfield will announce, get this, students could receive a $4,000 scholarship. So come join in and help our halfway mark celebration, and you're invited. So there you go, to see what it'll be like for us next year, us incoming sophomores for next year. We're doing that. So again, it's always a big welcome and show our pride here at Radford University, and say, hey, listen, they'll be telling you, don't worry, time will fly. You'll be in the same boat as I am next year. And of course, they'll be graduating in the year after that. So how about that? We're going to we're going to graciously wish our sophomores the best as all they can do. You received an email this morning about the Community Service Day on Thursday, April the 12th. So the day before you get all this, there's going to be a lot of events going on next week. We're getting at that point where finals are coming up, and they're trying to get you all interloop with everything around the area. So they'll be invited to a Unity Photo, Unity Service Day, and Unity Feast. This was created by the Board of Visitors Student Representative Mariah Brooks. So thank you for doing this to encourage the community to grow stronger and work together from 2 to 7 next Thursday. There'll be 2 shifts, so if you want to come out and get some service hours, please do so. The weather will be cooperating by then. We're back in the 70s. For sure. So you can go from 2 to 4:30, or you can go from 4:30 to 7. There'll be 7 community service activities going on in the city, and also on campus. There'll be transportation to and from off-campus campus locations. Go to the link that was sent to the email. Sign up with that. You can email Mariah Brooks at mbrooks58@radford.edu to get any more questions about Service Day. And you don't want to miss out on the Unity Photo. Will be taking place at 4 p.m. Thursday, April 10th on Heath Lawn. Of course, you're taking a difference. Students, staff, and faculty, all of them are invited. So you'll even receive a free T-shirt just for participating in the photo. Take a picture, get a free shirt. I think that's pretty fair to do. Now from 12 to 3, that's the Unity Fest on Moffett Lawn, which is all the way across campus right next near the post office. That is a tradition of the diversity and inclusion on campus, bringing Highlander communities together as a whole. There'll be free shirts, inflatables, vendors, games, and much more. Please hope you can join us down there too. So there you go. Let's see here. We are going to get to our normal stuff we do here in the mornings, afternoon, evening, whenever you listen to this program, podcast. If it's live, we thank you for doing that. Go ahead and follow RUWeather1, Twitter and Instagram. You get all the latest weather information around Radford University and the city itself. So today's quote of the day is coming to us from, I'm getting it up. It's taking a little bit longer to load up with me this morning. No, I don't want to buy the ad. And don't you love those things? You try to scroll down and the little blink box pops up. Hey, click here. Congratulations, you've won $5,000. No, not really. All right, today's quote of the day is by Brad Thor. If you steadfastly refuse... No, thank you. There it goes again. Let's try this again without any interruptions by the paid programming on this advertisement. If you steadfastly refuse to quit, you rapidly narrow your options to only winning. So, if that spoke out to you today, I hope so. Today's word of the day is coming to us by Merriam-Webster.com. It's Bruingem. Not genuine. It's sprucely, also cheaply shown in tawdry. Today's quote. Today's national day of the day is National Deep Dish Pizza Day. Little Caesars, shout out to them. They do the deep dish pizza for about $5 a box, as well as Papa John's and Pizza Hut and many other pizza places around here do the deep dish pizza. So it's been developed in the Windy City, which is Chicago, Illinois, in 1943 by Ike Sewell, founder of Uno's Pizzeria. It became so popular that it spun into a huge national chain and inspired dozen upon dozen of other deep dish pizzerias in major cities across the world. So tuck a napkin in your collar, grab a fork and knife, and then you'll need them. Then you can celebrate National Deep Dish Pizza Day around your area. So, and of course, the survey put out says, do you prefer the New York style or the Chicago style deep dish pizza? 49% say they want the New York style. 51% say they like the Chicago style pizza, and there's a good humongous percentage-wise says they love it. Just a little bitty taste that they don't really, they've never had it. How about that? And they hate it. So very few, most people say they love it, and a lot of people say they love it, but very few people say they have never tried it or they don't really care for it. How about that? So there you go. Also, it's National Flash Drive Day. So, of course, the flash drive or thumb drive or whatever you want to call them, it's good advice to keep around. I use one every single day with weather, schoolwork. They're a good thing to have with you when you're doing a lot of typing and WordPress work. If you're familiar with Microsoft Word document or PowerPoint, or any of that entire Office, Microsoft Office program, you have to save us things like every 30 seconds. Whether you trust your computer, sometimes it will save it, and otherwise it will not. So keep that in mind. But new technology is getting better at saving things on its own. Last but not least, today is also National Caramel, however you want to say. I'm not debating about that. I like caramel. They're a little. I like anything caramel. Give me a caramel apple and throw some peanuts on it. Man, I'd be, at the fairs they dip it in the caramel, put the apple on it, the little peanuts on it, or just caramel in general. Put on some ice cream and a topping. So this is a sugary syrup that has been heated and continuously stirred until it reaches a light brown color. As early as the 17th century, American women were using caramelized or caramelized sugar and water to make candies, that's what I was trying to telling you earlier. Around 1850, someone discovered by adding milk and a fat product to the cooked sugar mixture that a soft, chewy candy would be produced, and this candy became very popular, as we all know. Halloween and Christmas, sometimes they use it a lot. So this is used to make a variety of desserts, either in the form of an ingredient, a flavor, or topping. Depending on the consistency, it can be used as a syrup or as glue, holding together nuts and popcorn, like I said. In a more pilot form, it makes great caramel apples, love those, or caramel, however you want to say it. You can cook it and even make it, into a sticky type thing. And I've done that actually during winter. Went home for winter break a while back and actually made some caramel popcorn. Heated up some popcorn in the seed, not just get a bag and just throw in the microwave about a minute 30, however you need to cook it. Actually on the stove, watch the popcorn, throw some salt and a little bit of butter in it, let it pop, and now you're at it. You stir the caramel together, put some food color, some sugar, and all that stuff. You can make some good caramel dip and some real good things. So go ahead and find some caramel apples or caramel. Even have caramel corn and just a caramel-filled chocolate cookies. And so the origin was unidentified, so we don't know who made this today, but thank you. It's a very sweet treat. I love to eat a whole bag of that stuff. It's not really good for your teeth, but man, I sure do enjoy a nice bag of caramels. We want to remind you, if you have not done so, this is the last week. So you need to go and get your registration for your classes for next semester. I know seniors and juniors did it this week, and as well as some note takers and other additional Center for Accessibility options. You've had that out there this week. Next week, sophomores and freshmen will be doing theirs, so please get your pin. You need your registration pin to register for your classes before next Friday, so please get it today or Monday or Tuesday at the latest. Because if not, you will just be randomly selected classes that you do not want to have and probably be in. So just a reminder to get that taken care of. I've already done mine. Pin register. I did the pin. Next week I'll register to get my classes in too. So we'll see how that works out on your end, and wish you the best on those decision making. Obviously, it's a lot of classes out there. You kind of say, man, I want to take this class, or man, I want to get in this club or whatever. But then again, sometimes you have to, if it's not worked out to be for you, you got to get what's calling you, whatever your passion's calling for you, and take care of those classes next week. Well, we're going to wrap the show up here this morning. Tristan Blake Rhines is in studio. He's here. I've already talked to him this morning. Check him out on the Rhines Report, like his Facebook page, and listen to him. He streams. He does put these on YouTube during the later weeks, depending. I know he's uploaded like 20 episodes, like 10 episodes over the last several weeks. He's been a busy man. He also has an internship here at one of the local radio stations, and so you can listen to him in 101.7 and so forth. So his shows from 11 to 12. Fridays are always our jam-packed show days, so we've got a lot of shows to air on Fridays. If you have a need and want to enter in joining student media, please stop by our office, 025 in Tyler. We would love to have you on board. We have the Owen brothers from 4 to 4:30. We do get a break from 4:30 to 5. That wraps up the day with Bailey Spear from 5 to 6. And then we are done for the day here on RadioFreeRadford.com. We have a lot of great hits, and be sure to listen to them live while you can, like you're doing right here. But again, this podcast later is then published at a later time, sometimes a later date, depending how I get around to get things going. But this will go up immediately as soon as I get done with the radio show this morning here. So anyway, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Radio Free Radford, Radio Free Radford on Instagram, Radio Free Ratty on Twitter. Are You Other One, Twitter and Instagram. Man, it's not like I'm rapping. I'm like beatboxing here to the hip hop to the hip hip hop, you don't stop, rock to the bang bang boogie, up jump the, okay, that's enough of my beatboxing for the day. Happy Friday to you, trying to make some enlightenment around here, and DJ Khalid has got his musical talent, and we'll get you back to programming here, and until then, I'll be back with you on Monday. Just a reminder, come out to next Friday, we'll be live on location from 6 to 8 at Cold Stone Creamery across the street here, right next to Subway and 7-Eleven. You cannot miss it. We'll be doing our live shows there. Come by and talk to all of our friendly faces. I'll be there with you with live weather updates. Maybe we'll see, and Tristan will do his show kind of back and forth, so we'll see how that works out on his end. Until then, have a wonderful and dry weekend.